What is going on, guys? Jesse504 here, in a very tired state, bringing you guys my LBT Week 6 match. Gonna try to live comm this one, but if my commentary isn't good, it's because it's late and I'm tired. I'll probably just post comm, although I hope to give you guys a live comm. This week we're going up against NotShadyKid, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have time to put my full effort in prep that I normally would, so I kind of just quickly prepped, and I feel like if I lose, I lose. I'm fine with that. It's definitely my fault if I do. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and look at this awful matchup. You got Darkrai and Ganondorf, top of the speed curve. A bunch of just, honestly, everything on this team is a fucking threat. Darkrai and Ganondorf, great special offense pairing. Cardana, fucking PDON is here as well. Thankfully, the one thing that really holds PDON back in this league is additionally the fact that it doesn't have to, or that it cannot run Rock Polish. And that there cannot be another Mega on your team, but that it has no recovery, no forms of recovery, other than I think Rest Stop. So if that comes, I don't think it would, because Chomp can 2 a KO it, Zacian can 2 a KO it, and it would need to not roll Rest, although both of its stabs do hit Zacian. Zacian has a kind of tough time breaking this. Crest is a pain in the ass as always. Primarina, solid special attacker. I used it well Season 1, I think, and so this thing was just fun. Vigavolt, very Weber. Webs could potentially be an issue. Very strong Weber. Hits really hard, although it is very slow. Girder, which is slow, hazard clear. Very actually solid pickup, and then Avalugg, just a great physical wall. Although this thing is yeah, I don't care about Avalugg. Let's just go ahead and look at my quick sets. We see Zacian, max attack, speed for the fastest thing, 3 attack sub, I pretty much brought every week, and we're max adamant just because fuck it, we're gonna kill some shit. Chomp with lefties, rough skin, EQ, toxic, crunch rocks. Crunch is for the whatchamacallit. We're just 252s, I didn't really care enough to change it. Actually, let me, we can, it's fine, it's just Lanoon is the next fastest anyways, which isn't even a real mon, but it's fine. Yeah, you see that. Up next we got Mewtwo, Sashed. I think I can lead 6-0, to be honest. I mean, I can't lead 6-0, but if I keep the rocks off, yeah, this thing just fucking eats his team. These 3 moves, Psychic, Aura Sphere, Shadow Ball, +4, just fucking eats his team. +2, eats everything other than Crest, I'm 90% sure. He does have priority, which is fairly strong in Lanoon, but that mon's not real either. Torn T, fucking the same set that I brought every week, because I just don't care enough to change it. It works super well. Galarian Corsola with this type of shit to try to fucking deter PDON. You see the max defense. Means that we aren't getting 2-shot, I think, but we might after rocks. I didn't really calc, but and then Spadef rode him with Thunder Wave and shit like that. But yeah, these are my sets. I'll see you guys in the game. Alrighty, and we are in the battle. And we see Darkrai, Primarina, Girder, Vikavolt, Naganadel, and Groudon. So my gut instinct is that that's a Vikavolt lead. That's just gonna 100% be a Vikavolt lead. And what I do about that is, I don't know, but I think just leading Torn is fine. Having to face down 3 Ubers is not ideal. We have a Zacian and a Mewtwo. You see, the issue is that there's a 50% chance, probably more, that Sash lead Vikavolt. And having Sash lead Vikavolt is a slight issue, only because Mewtwo doesn't 6-0 until the Sash is broken on there, and that thing's going to get up webs that we will have to defog, and it's just going to be a slight pain, but it'll be fine. He actually just leads Primarina, which makes me just want to fire off a knockoff and get something's item. And we get a lefties off, that's fine. He misses a toxic. So now what I think I'm going to do is pull up my calcs. I'll calc for this one, I think. And we go Zosh and Crowd into Primarina. And we see that Blade does KO. So I'll just like U-turn out and hope that he goes for a Toxic again. Which he very well might. He just Hyper Voices and does a good chunk. The issue is that like I can sub up and Hyper Voice will go through the sub. It'll leave me low. But I'll have a sub up, which just means I can take out like a bunch of his Pokemon. So I think that's my play. Because sub will do 20 and then this will do like a 25 and then that'll do another 30. So we'll be sitting like low. But okay, so now as long as we just KO right here, which we should, looks like we do. Now we're behind a sub. So we get another thing, pretty much guaranteed. Let's see what he wants to give us. He goes Girder. This thing probably has like some form of priority. It does Mach Punch, doesn't even break our sub though. And Psychic Fangs doesn't quite KO. If I had Play Rough, I could have KO'd. Meh. I'll Behemoth Blade here. He Mach Punches and it does break our sub. But we get this Girder out of the way as well. Should have been Play Rough. But it's fine. This thing still threatens to kill a ton, so we can like switch this out now, pivot it out. But it did its job. It already got two kills on the way. Let's see what it goes into. My gut would be PDON, and if he goes PDON, I will just fire off a close combat into that thing. I believe will do the most damage. Yeah, which is not a lot if you just look at that. But what you will look at is range for Garchomp. And then Naganadel, it could be Scarfed. But both would OHKO. Let me just close that tab. Yeah, if you look at Naganadel, it could be Scarfed. Darkrai dies. And then lastly, let's just check out this Vikavolt. Vikavolt actually eats a hit fairly well, surprisingly enough. Vikavolt was actually like a really solid bring, although he does have to fear like Edgequake. Although if he sets webs, if he like tries to go that route, we can always just defog them away. At some point. I gotta wonder what he wants to go out into here though. He has plenty of great options that like, and by plenty of great options I mean he has two options that are gonna take 50%. He just goes Darkrai. This thing could be Scarf Darkrai or Sash Darkrai, but I just want to check and make sure. Yeah, that looks like it's doing enough. It is just Scarf Darkrai. Okay, that is great information to know. Now, what can I do is a great question. Scarf Darkrai is a phenomenal bring. I can just go Chomp and threaten with an EQ, so I'll just get my rocks. Actually, how much does this Scarf Darkrai do to me? Dark Pulse, it's not Life Orb. It's not 2KOing me. That looks fine. So I can just EQ. He goes Vikavolt, which is a solid play. I'll get my rocks up this turn, knowing that we still have Torn to do the defogging later. We get up our rocks. He lays his webs as predicted. This turn, I'll like pivot into my Rotom here. He Bug Buzzes though, and that, yeah, like I'm just sacking at this point. I'll Pain Split here just to get some damage off marked on this thing. That actually does a good chunk. And then he goes for the T-Bolt, doesn't even kill me. I guess I'll just fire off a Leaf Storm. That does a good chunk actually. He Bug Buzzes here, takes me out. Now what do I do about this thing? I can go Mewtwo and just click like a button, or I can like go Corsola, or I can just go chomp and crunch this, I think. That's like, yeah, that looks like it's doing good damage. Yeah, here. I'll like crunch here. And we do take it out. I don't think that crit mattered. And now here, we can like, depending on what he goes into. He goes into his Naganadel. I'll just go EQ in case this thing wants to try to set up. It does not though, it crits me though. And it is a speed boosting variant of Naganadel. Like, I'll go into this thing and try to fire off and hit a Hurricane, although we may very well miss. Actually, it's at half special attack, so I'm going to take this opportunity to defog away the webs so that Mewtwo can come in and do work. Because we get a plot up, we win, I think, if we keep our sash intact. He goes Groudon. So I'll just U-turn into my Corsola and just try to like Pain Split Destiny Bond some shit. Nightshade as well. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure how exactly I can win this here, because like there's gonna not be a great opportunity for my Mewtwo to ever set up. But how much does this Mewtwo just hard do into a Darkrai? And the answer is not 100, but this Darkrai is at 100. Yeah, that's like only a slight issue though. And then how much does my Mewtwo do into a Primal Groudon? And the answer is at +2, almost to it KOing. We go into our Corsola. He just fires off a Fire Punch. Here I can just Strength Sap. I'm not 100% sure if Blades Okos. So I'll just Strength Sap here. Corsola Galar. How much does Fire Punch do? Okay. Now I'll Destiny Bond here, and then I'll go for a Nightshade. If we get this Darkrai, that would be kind of huge. Although he probably won't give it to us, which is why I'm like tempted to just Strength Sap back up. He just Fire Punch takes us out. So now let's try to figure this out with logic. I go Mewtwo. Can't quite keep my sash intact. I go Mewtwo, I keep my sash intact, I win. The issue is like now I have to like try to bank on hitting Hurricanes in Sun. So I just have to knock and just try to chunk this thing into Psychic range, which is almost in. Okay, that looks to be about range. He doesn't burn us, so we should hopefully just get it in range now. Yep, that looks all good. We go Mewtwo. We can't afford to plot up, so we just click Psychic here. And we get the PDON. Now he goes Darkrai. We have Aura Sphere. I think if we had Focus Blast, we won this, but because we don't, we just don't. We're gonna flinch here, though. We do. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Sigh. That was unfortunate. We'll get him next time. Like, yeah, I identified that win con, and then I was like, yeah, he's gonna flinch me, but it's whatever. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Okay. So that was the game and stuff. Until next time, Jesse504 out. Peace.